Welcome to Motorsport Coaching, the podcast for racers with racers. Miss Motivate can help get you to the next level. Every episode, she talks to the best racers of today and those that can get you there. She'll help you get better.
Racing news.
At fitness, nutrition, sports psychology, sponsorship, social media, public relations, and media training. Connect with Miss Motivate at motivatetraining.com.au. That's MOTIV, 8, training.com.au. And now, to help get you to the next level, Miss Motivate herself, Belinda Risley.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 141 of the Motorsport Coaching Podcast. I'm your host, Belinda Risley, and today is part 2 of our recent webinar of the top mistakes Motorsport athletes make when seeking sponsorship. So again, there's another, I reckon, 8 to at least 16, 20 content ideas of what you shouldn't do, and of course of what you can do to make your sponsorship seeking process successful. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to race over to our website, motivatetraining.com.au. Look at the services that we can help you in gaining sponsorships and succeeding with your career prospects. Of course, there's more information around about the winning sponsorship course that we've got on offer. The links will also be in today's show notes, as well as one-on-one coaching. We've got the toolkit if you're just starting out and just wanting some more resource. Of course, if you're about building your own bread in your own time, we're all for that. Do it for you. So make sure that you check that all out. And I hope you really enjoy it. And of course, I'd love to hear what kind of value you got from today's episode. So if you can, team, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a photo, post on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, tag us at motivate_T, and you can go into the draw to win our monthly prize of the actual winning sponsorship course. So please let me know if you're enjoying this course content. I would also love to know what you'd like to hear into our podcast. Next week, we've got some more drivers coming up. We've got some more people, industry experts that are working within the motorsport industry. So if you want to know about how they got into the industry and what kind of steps they've got to progress their career, please make sure you stay tuned. And of course, please make sure you follow our socials. Have a great time, team. And again, I'd love to hear what you find beneficial in today's episode.
Team, and number 9 is our sponsorship agreement. It's really important that we come across looking very professional to our sponsor. All right, it's important that we have a sponsorship agreement, with the biggest point there being that it gives you a set date to renegotiate your sponsorship. So a lot of the time it gets to the end of the race season and everybody's very hesitant about having that conversation about, are they going to invest next year? Can we get some more money? Whereas if you have an agreement, and of course there's other things listed with the inside of that agreement, such as KPIs and also the expectations of the sponsorship, but it allows you to sit down on a due date and go through all of these things step by step. Okay, and so then you don't have to so much show clause that everything should have been documented at the beginning of the year. And I guess, you should show clause when you're going to renegotiate of how much you've achieved. So you want to ensure it's going to keep you accountable to make sure that you are fulfilling that sponsorship agreement that you've made with that sponsor early on. Things else that you can cover off within that agreement is that social media post. What is your cost? Okay, if you don't know your cost, again, a great activity to do is actually spend 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know about you, but I hate doing social media. But of course, we know we do need to do it. So you need to work out how much of your time does it cost to do a post? How much of your time does it cost to do an Instagram story? And what does that mean in a financial value? Okay. So when you're negotiating, you can go, well, for every social media post, for me, it's valued at about $50. For every video, it's valued at about $100 because I need to cut, edit it, and add captions. But again, it could be as low as $10 for you. It depending on your skill set. You might be really skilled. I have to outsource video editing because I hate it. Excuse me. So I need to factor in all of that. So everything that you do, you don't want it to be a chore, but you need to make sure that you're getting paid for it as well, because you don't want sponsors to take advantage of you. It is a two-way street. And that brings me to the big question now of partnerships versus sponsorship. Crew, I'll leave this one up to you. I was of the belief, I guess, a few months ago, that everybody is a sponsor until you have an agreement and then they become a partner with you. I too are forever doing personal development and studying sponsorship all the time, so I can bring the latest trends and up-to-date content to you guys. And I actually heard the other week around about, partnerships within, say, for a banking financial institute, is that pretty much everybody in banking is a business banking partner. And if you think about like just in a big corporate and any size, normally like HR are human resource partners. So that kind of changes what partners and partnerships mean in that organization. So you don't want to become a partner because it's a different meaning. So it's important when you are, again, talking to that sponsor, is that to make sure that language is clear and concise to them. The other benefit, the other con, of being, calling it a partnership, is that potentially it's been known that they think that they can run the actual team and or an activation and or, what you can and can't say and things like that. So just be mindful of the wording, whether you're using partnership or sponsorship. I think there's merit to both. And again, it is going to depend on basically what is the agreement that you sign with that person. Maybe they have invested in your race team. If they have, then they are a partner. If they're giving you financials, I'm running with sponsorship. However, this is the description here. So a partnership is an agreement between entities that pool their resources together to offer products and services where they share in the revenue. All right. And sponsorship is an agreement that exchanges money or services or product for the rights to be associated with that company or brand. The point being here, again, is just make sure that when you're speaking to that prospect, it aligns with their business, and you need to have an understanding of what they call their staff internally. And are they looking for a partnership, or are they looking for a marketing offer to sponsor? The other big pain point that I hear all the time is it comes to the end of the race season. Everyone's like, Belinda, I need sponsorship. And I'll be like, don't leave it to the last minute, team. You should be seeking sponsorship all the time. On average, a sponsorship deal takes around 6 months. So you need to be seeking sponsorship all the time and not leaving to the last minute, which kind of goes on to my next slide, point number 12, is that I highly recommend that if you are needing sponsors or you're wanting to pursue your career, you really need to be committing 1 to 2 hours per week. Ideally 3 to 4 hours. I know everyone's busy with work or school, after school activities, going to the gym, trying to go racing. But if you don't have sponsors and you don't have financials, you won't be going racing. So it's pretty much a hard decision that you have to make. And even if you've got the budget that you're required to go racing, when you're not seeking that sponsorship, you should be still nurturing your sponsor. You should be working with them around about their activations or how they're best going to leverage that market opportunity. You should be visiting them. You should be seeing what else can you do to actually making sure that you are meeting that sponsorship agreement, and or you're working on one of those 3 plans that we spoke about, the marketing, the sales, and the sponsorship strategy to strengthen it. Those 3 documents should be rolling documents. Number 13, again, Motorsport is a business. So when you're working with people want to know, what is it like to work with you? All right. So make sure that you've got some testimonials, not so much into your proposal, but ideally you're going to have a website and or at least bare minimum onto your social media. You can have an addendum within your proposals that when you're sending them out, you might have a page of testimonials, video, written, whichever, whatever you can do, whatever feels natural to you, but please do have them. When a sponsor does leave, I really highly recommend that you do get a testimonial from them as well. They might simply be leaving because their business strategy has changed. Their objective is pivoting, or they simply might be bankrupt, or they just haven't got the return onto investment. So when you are asking a sponsor that's leaving, please ask those questions as to why. Obviously, you can word them quite nicely. And I do have a testimonial form that I send out, and of course, just make it yours. Number 14, team, is, I think, when you're seeking out sponsorship, is that obviously when sponsors do get proposals, that they do their research as well. So the first thing they would love to see is a website, because if you don't know, you don't actually own your social media content. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg owns that, and what's his other name? Tesla man owns Twitter. But at the end of the day, we don't own our social media. So it's really important that you have your own IP. So your IP, so intellectual property, are things like your website, to have a newsletter. When you're starting out, especially if you're starting to move up in the categories or moving through your career choices, I highly recommend that you do have a website or newsletter. You can sign up for free for newsletters. So for a CRM program, the customer relation management program, with products like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, they're all free until you hit about $500, but it's just about being consistent. But it's really important, team, that you do build a brand. So people, prospects, even fans, even race team owners can see who you are. They can see what type of race you are. What do you want to be known for? Again, I do have a branding course. So if you're interested, please get in contact, and I can send you some more information. But really, as I said, with the Motorsport business coaching, is what I do most and love to do, is working one-on-one with these people, with you guys, motorsport athletes, because it's very bespoke. As I said, unfortunately, there's no blanket approach to gaining sponsorships successfully, and it's all very much on who you're trying to target. All right, team, I've done so well. All right, and number 15 is on our socials. All right, so where we fail when we're trying to seek sponsorship, again, is that when sponsors are doing their research, they can see that you're not consistent with your social media posts. And not to say that you need to post every day, but there is really nothing worse when you post race week, race weekend, the day after, and then there's nothing again for another 5 weeks until you race again. There's lots of social media content creation ideas that you can do. And every month I actually put out a calendar of content ideas that you can do over onto the website. So make sure you check that out. Again, if you're looking to get started with some social media content creation ideas, just email me and I can send you out an old form to get you started. But content creation is actually easier, but again, it takes a lot of time. And as you can hear, guys, I know it's quite overwhelming, but once you've got all of these processes and plans into place and all mapped out, it's quite easy once you've got a new prospect to start the research process and to get them from having that initial conversation to hopefully securing that deal at the end. And I just put there, like, again, you don't want to tag every sponsor into every post. I just spoke about your social media cost. What does it cost you to do it? If someone's paying you $5,000 a year, you're not going to tag them in the same post as what you're going to do with someone who's paying you $500. And again, that's why it's important to have that agreement so it's all laid out. So you could go, okay, well, under our sponsorship bands, if somebody obviously is a major sponsor, you're going to post every time you post, you're going to tag them. But if someone's a supporting sponsor, you might only tag them once a month. But that post might be just about their product or their service. So again, there's a little bit of planning to go around with that social media content as well. All right, guys. Well, as you can hear, there's about 40 different ideas, I think, that we've come up with about what you can hopefully flip around to make a positive experience when seeking sponsorship. Failing to plan is planning to fail. Again, all of these templates, all of these resources are within the Winning Sponsorship course, or if you'd like to work with me one-on-one over a period of time, I do have like a VIP day where I work for 8 hours with you over, when I say period of time, we can do like 4 sessions over 2 hours, and we actually map all of this stuff out specifically for you based on your current skill set, knowledge around about being a business, how to get started, and really honing in on what you need to do to be successful in seeking sponsorship. I do hope you've got some takeaways today. I'd love to know into the comments, or you can just email me later to let me know. As I said, I've got a range of resources available for you guys. There's that monthly social media calendar that comes out every month. I do have a membership site called the Toolkit, which is full of resources and sorry, I thought I turned my calendar off, which is full of resources. New content gets added every week. We've got every month we've got a driver coach. We do a webinar. More tools get uploaded. We do a monthly mindset session. Everything is in that toolkit. So if you're just new to all of this and everything sounds really overwhelming, and you're not quite ready to commit to doing a course or working one-on-one with me, I do highly recommend that you check out the toolkit. I think it's like $24.95 a month, and you can cancel at any time, or you can pay per year up for 12 months. But come along and check out the toolkit. And of course, as mentioned, I do a lot, and most of my work is one-on-one coaching with the motorsport athletes. Just to go into a little bit of what's included within the winning sponsorship course. So module 1, we go over like what is motorsport. So again, there's different types of sponsorship. We talk about the motorsport industry and we talk about the opportunities. Module 2, we go about identifying values. So why this is important for both yourself and for the prospect sponsor to align. How we identify those values is pretty much what we go into module 2. Module 3, we talk about that financial requirements. So we break down your expenses, your cost, all those incidentals that end up, and we kind of do like a financial plan. And we also go through in that module, so we work out exactly what we're going to offer that sponsor, how much we're going to how much we are going to seek from each of those sponsors. All right, sponsorship development is module 4. So that's where we go through all of those proposal stuff, the do's and don'ts about what's included in the proposal, how the proposal should be designed, the email content that you should be sending, ideas around about being unique. Module 6, we talk about sales. Obviously, that whole sales process that I just spoke about from point of contact right through to closing the deal. What does that follow-up look like? We go through some scripts. There's loads of scripts that you can utilize, even cold calling scripts, follow-up scripts. Pretty much everything that you need is within that one. Marketing, we get covered in module 7. So again, building a brand. Is module 4. I don't know why I just skipped over that, but module 4 is sponsorship development and brand alignment. So developing your brand, and then sponsorship. Module 7. Sorry, guys. I'm never good in the afternoon. I'm a morning person, so I'm up at 5. But that's okay. That's why I always do things first in the morning. Anyway, so module 7 is around about marketing. So now you've got your brand, how you can promote yourself, how you can promote your sponsors, obviously going through that marketing plan. And then module 8 is how to successfully network. Where do you go to meet people? When you do meet them, what is your 30-second pitch? And how do you engage with them in that conversation to hopefully invest with you, not only for today, but in years ahead. So again, the doors are open now for the winning sponsorship course. For more information, you can race to motivatetraining.com.au/winning.
Get ready for the race.
Do you feel one step closer to being the next superstar behind the wheel? Motivatetraining.com.au for more. MOTIV, 8training.com.au.
The green flag.
Every episode gets you one step closer to the checkered flag. The Motorsport Coaching Podcast, getting you to the checkered flag faster.